The Dodge Charger Daytona starts at nearly $20,000 more than the Ford Mustang GT. It is faster off the line, has more horsepower, more technology, more drama. So why are American buyers walking into dealerships and choosing the Mustang instead? That answer will change how you look at both of these cars. Here is where it gets interesting. The car that wins this comparison is not the one with the biggest spec sheet. It is the one that actually fits how Americans live in 2026. And Dodge may have miscalculated their core buyer more than anyone is admitting right now. Start with what matters most: how they feel to drive. The Mustang GT carries a 5.0-liter V8 pushing 486 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. But the number is not the story. The story is what happens between your foot and the rear wheels. That V8 communicates in a way no algorithm has replicated. You feel it in your chest, your seat, your hands. Ford tuned the suspension for American roads specifically. Firm enough to feel athletic. Composed enough that your daily commute does not punish you. At $42,515 to start, the GT earns its price the moment you press the throttle. The Charger Daytona operates in a completely different dimension. It is all electric. Base trim delivers 496 horsepower, and the Scat Pack pushes 670. 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. That is not fast. That is violent. Dodge installed the Fratsonic chambered exhaust, a speaker system generating a synthetic muscle car sound. And to their credit, it is surprisingly convincing. But your brain still registers the difference. It always will. Inside the Mustang, Ford finally got serious. The 13.2-inch Sync 4 touchscreen works cleanly. Wireless CarPlay connects without drama, and GT premium materials feel honest for the price. Nothing extraordinary, nothing embarrassing. The Charger's interior swings bigger. Wide touchscreen, dramatic driver-focused layout, real visual ambition. But at $60,000 base, buyers are going to find hard plastics in places they absolutely should not. Now the real talk. And this is the part dealers will not walk you through. Mustang GT advantages. It starts $20,000 lower than the base Charger Daytona. You refuel in 5 minutes at any of the 150,000 gas stations across America. And the V8's ownership culture, the aftermarket, the resale demand, the driving satisfaction, is simply not something Dodge can package into a software update. Mustang GT problems. The rear seats are not usable for adult passengers. Full stop. Long-term EcoBoost 4-cylinder owners on Mustang 6G forums have documented recurring turbo and intercooler issues that Ford has not fully resolved. And the interior quality still trails German competitors at this price point. Charger Daytona problems. Base range sits around 260 miles. Tight for American road trips. Fast charger infrastructure across the rural South and Midwest, where muscle car culture runs deepest, remains inconsistent. And $59,595 for an entry EV muscle car demands serious justification when the alternative costs $20,000 less and never needs a charging station. If you want this level of honest breakdown every week before you spend your money on a car, hit subscribe, because most buyers walk into dealerships without half of what you just learned. But before the verdict, there is one resale value projection for both of these cars that most reviewers skip entirely, and it could flip your entire financial calculation. The Mustang GT wins. Not because it is better in every category. It is not. It wins because it delivers 90% of the excitement at 70% of the cost, with zero infrastructure dependency, and a proven long-term ownership record. The Charger Daytona Scat Pack at $73,000 is a genuine thrill machine. But it is a second car purchase for enthusiasts, not a primary decision for real buyers. If your budget is $45,000 and you want the best American muscle value available right now, the GT is the clear answer. If money is not the question, the Scat Pack will not disappoint a single day you own it. Before you walk into any dealership, you need to see the 2026 Mustang Dark Horse go head-to-head with the Charger Daytona Scat Pack, because the performance gap at that price level is not what you expect. And making your decision without that information could cost you thousands.